looking back at my career as a whole today, it's been unbelievable. Very proud of what I've achieved in the game. I've made 4 Wembley finals, a grand final at Old Trafford, with 5 great clubs. Proud to represent each and every one of them. I've loved my journey. It's been a long 19 years career, but very proud of it, as I said, and family are proud, I'm proud. Thanks for everyone, and it's been great to look back at all the career highlights. Back here at OKR, the stadium outside, it's such a special place to come back here. I spent a long time in my career here, come through the academy like we've mentioned in the past. Always loved playing here. Coming out for a kick-off and that East Stand is just full and singing and loud. It's such a great atmosphere. It's changed a hell of a lot in the time since I've left. They've got a new stand here that was sat in. They've got a new stand behind the post with a screen, new 4G pitch that they're training on. It's come such a long way, and rightly so. The club deserve it. They've worked hard. They're the best in the league at the minute. The best probably in England, and they've won Challenge Cup final. Probably going to make the league leaders this year, and hopefully going to win the grand final. So my rugby career started very late in terms of a professional player, or even just in getting into the sport. I played football throughout my youth, and it was a guy called Paul Hatton. He was the S&C down here at OKR and went on to Hull FC as well. He was a PE teacher at my secondary school, and he was short of numbers for the rugby team one day for a match, and he asked me to fill the gap, and I did, and never looked back since then. I think I was about 14 then, so I kicked on, really enjoyed it, signed up for my local team Mighton Warriors, and then got picked up by Hull FC's academy. Played there for a few months, maybe half a year season. Didn't really enjoy it, didn't really fit in, didn't think I felt I fit in, and luckily Hull KR came in and picked me up, asked me if I wanted to come and join their academy, and that's where the proper journey started. Switching to Hull KR very early on in my career, and being here, like we said, for such a long time, you get to love the club and love the people around it, and your allegiance switches the amount of time you've been here, and that's what happened. I was a Hull KR fan while I was here, still am now. I'm playing against Hull FC, your local club, and because I had the red and white shirt on, the black and white people didn't like me at all, so they'd give me just as much abuse. So whenever I scored or the team won, we would celebrate, or I would celebrate personally like this, because I loved it. I loved beating them, and just on the other hand, just to wind them up as well, because I know any chance they get, they'd do the same to me. Heritage board up at OKR in the changing rooms. I can see here my name, 10-8 team heritage number. Very proud of that. What even makes it more special is 1081 is my brother Liam. We both made our debut for OKR versus Lee back in 2006. Both played centres that game. Didn't get the win, but a very proud moment for us both to make our debut there. Lots of names here, famous names on here, good friends on here. You can see the ones probably in orange are the ones who's come through the academy at OKR, and a lot of them are my good friends. Frankie Mariano here, he lives on my street, so he's only like 2 doors away from me, so I see him every day. Scott Taylor, very good friend, now manager at Goole, doing a great job there, but very good friends with Tag. Down here, Jordan Cox, larger than life character. Sadly not with us anymore, but he was a great lad to have around the changing rooms and the boys. Got Matty Marsh up here, now at Eagles with us. Travel partner at Ulbus. Will Oakes at Eagles as well with us. So some great names here, some very good rugby league players, but the ones in the gold will come through the academy. Probably good friends of mine. Yep, so we'll talk about the best day and the worst day of my probably OKR career. Challenge Cup final 2015. The journey getting there, the team we had, the results we had along the way to get there was unbelievable, and it was great for the city and the club to finally reach a major final in such a long time. And everyone's on a high, as buzz. The journey down there, it was unbelievable. The result just didn't go our way. It wasn't our day. Leeds that year was unbelievable. They turned up and put 50 on us as as many people know. So time came up at Hull KR at the end of 2015 season. Moved on to Bradford for the 2016 season, dropped down to the Championship. I didn't really want to drop down in leagues, but it happened, and that's where I was. And I loved my time at Bradford. They were still full time. They was one of the best in the Championship at that time, so I wasn't too disheartened about going there. But we had a great season. We had a great team, a lot of experienced players there. As I said, there was full time, and I think we won the League Shield or the Playoff Shield. I can't exactly remember what it was. We had a great personal season, scoring 29 tries in 30 games in that season. But them days are long gone now. I won't be able to do that, nowhere near that now. So my time at Salford started in 2017 after I left Bradford. We had a squad there, not full of superstars. Ian Watson brought a lot of people who had been let go by other clubs and tried bringing us all together, and it really worked. He got us playing really well. We had a couple of years where we was building a reputation that wasn't a rollover team like probably Salford maybe been used to in the past. I think everyone bought into that and brought that to the field, and it proved in our third year there. We made Salford's first ever grand final. It was a massive achievement. After me playing for Bradford the year before, I thought Super League days had gone for myself personally. So to go back to Salford and make a grand final was a dream come true. So 2020, the year now at Salford, COVID is well and truly in place. Things are weird. You can't just walk into training like normal. You sat in your car waiting for a COVID test before you can go and see the boys, and then even then you're separated in under the grandstand. I was at Salford, to be fair. You weren't allowed in the change rooms in close proximity. You had to be under the grandstand in your own little 5 metre area. You couldn't do nothing. But another great year. We made a Challenge Cup final that year. Weird, COVID, as I said, an empty stadium, so it was a really weird atmosphere. You could hear all the boys speaking, the coaches shouting from the sidelines. I've experienced both sides of that now with obviously Hull KR, which we touched on previously. That was sold out, 70,000 people there. And then this year at Salford, no one there, empty. So I've experienced both sides of that, and I loved both times. But this one probably hurt the most. The Salford Challenge Cup final, losing by a point to Leeds Rhinos. A Luke Gale drop goal it was late on, and being so close to actually winning the game. That one hurt the most out of both times, I reckon. So after Salford, I decided to transition again and drop down to Championship again and sign with Featherstone and take that part-time role, trying to transition into life after rugby as well. So I had my father-in-law's pest control business, which I was part of, and I joined, and I was preparing for life after rugby. So this is why I decided to sign with Fev and play part-time. Again, another great year. Probably Fev was probably one of the best teams in Championship. Expectations were really high, and I wanted to get promoted to Super League. They've been unlucky a few years prior to that and since after, where they've made finals or playoffs and haven't quite achieved what they wanted to. But I enjoyed my time fully there, and you can see by this shirt we made the £1 million game against Toulouse. Unfortunately, got beat in that, and Toulouse went on to play in Super League, and we fell short of our goal that year. So time came up at Featherstone. I was looking for a new club, and Mark Aston got in touch with me with the opportunity to come to Sheffield Eagles, and I met up with him, and he sold the club really well, told me his plans and ambitions of the club. Came and joined. Yeah, I didn't think twice about it. As soon as he told me what he wanted and what his thoughts of the club was and what he wanted to achieve, I wanted to be part of that with him, and I think we really did achieve that. I've had 4 great years at this club. We've made the 1985 Sundeck Cup final last year, getting beat by Wakefield in that, but it was a great day out for the club, and it just shows how far the club has come in a long time, and hopefully it continues going forward for them all. This year at Sheffield, it's been a bit of a challenging year. A bit of transition at the club with a new coach coming in, and new staff, some new players. No, as much as it's been challenging, I've really enjoyed my time still there, and it's a proud honour for me to represent the club and to make my 450th career appearance this week for Sheffield Eagles. Something I'm very proud of, and I have all my family there to support us and cheer us on for that game. And I'm really looking forward to it. It's the last game of the season, 450 myself, so hopefully we get a lot of people down there to come and support us. And as I said, very proud to make it out of this club. Thank you all for supporting me throughout my career. It's been a very long journey. I've enjoyed it thoroughly. Thank you for all the support, family, staff, clubs, team members, everyone involved. It's been a great journey, one that's come to an end now. But yeah, it's great to look back at all the photos and videos of my career. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you again.